Yeah. So to automate this particular login screen, right, in the Playwright or Selenium, we have to inspect this element. So after like right clicking and inspect them, so you will see this kind of screen. So we call it the developer tool, this one, and we have some like a section called element section. So whenever you mouse over, right, so the above page will be highlighted. Okay, so which means we are moving on the particular section. Okay, and that particular section is highlighting on the above. Okay, and so like whenever this page is developed, right, so when they develop, like the developer will develop, the HTML developer will develop this particular screens. And so how they develop, right, they use by a uh, HTML kind of web designer tool, or web designer kind of web designer tool, you can say. Okay, HTML is a kind of one language, markup language. So by using the web designer markup language, they design the HTML page, and they categorize that. So the every document page we call as a document. Okay, a document type called as HTML. Okay, so in the document page, the starting tag is HTML. Starting tag is HTML. There is a ending tag also HTML. Okay, it will be there. Starting tag, ending tag. How we will able to identify the tags is, so whoever does not know the knowledge of HTML, right? So there is a starting tag, okay, so and ending tag. So ending tag, this one. So it is a tag. Suppose if I say a tag name and slash with the tag name. So this is a starting tag, ending tag. So here is a HTML. HTML is starting tag, ending with HTML slash. So that's what it is there here. We'll move forward in the detail, no problem. So here you can see HTML is a tag. Within the less than greater than, there is a tag name. And also you can see here less than greater than, there is a slash. Okay, forward slash and HTML. So that means that this tag will be end. So your page will be within this. And within the page, we have some kind of heading of the page. So what the developers or web designers done, right? So they, when they designed the page, okay, so they made a this kind of page is HTML. So this is a root one. It is HTML, and there's a like a body or a header section. Okay, so this is a header section, and there is a like a footer section. Okay, and this section we call as a body. Okay, so we call as a body, and within the body we have some divisions. Okay, we have some divisions. So based on that normal layman structure, so in the same thing they used in the HTML markup language. Okay, so it is a header. Sorry, the page is HTML. We want this page having a header. This is a header section, and this is a body section. Okay, so every HTML we have a HTML page by using HTML tag. There is a header section and body section. Some pages will have a footer section as well, but this page does not have. Yeah. So in the body section, we have some kind of div, is nothing but division. Okay. So you see form division. Okay. So there is a form. You see, like I will show you. Yeah. Let me scroll. Yeah. So before form, so form is contained in the one of the division. This division. So this particular division, login form division, we call as. Okay. So in that form is there. Again, form inside we have some layer input types. Okay. So something. So this is the one our input type. Input type is like text box. So how do you have to remember and how to explore this thing, right? So there is a one site called HTML W3 school. So take some time and go through that. It's very, very important if you want to familiarize your automation skills, automating any element on the web page. So you have to explore it. Okay. I'll give some basic kind of idea how to read this document and how to go through, and which are very important. Okay. So basically, the basic one, HTML basic is, which I explained similarly. Okay, so let me recall this one. So HTML document. So this is a HTML document. In terms of maybe whoever having knowledge of Selenium, so we call as a DOM is document object model. So this particular HTML page, entire page we call as a, in terms of Selenium or Playwright, we call it a DOM. Okay, which means it is a HTML page. Okay, and the document itself begin with the HTML, starting HTML. Okay, so this is the syntax and the body. So this is one which I explained. So within that, this is the simple code. Okay, so if you want to explore this backend code, you can try by clicking this one. So this is the end user visibility. So this is the end user. You can see the screen. This is the backend HTML code has been written by web developer. So don't by heart and don't write this code, but let understand the elements. Okay. So we don't require, because we are not designing this web design, right? Already whatever the designed, so we have to understand that structure of these particular elements. Okay, and those we need to focus. Yeah. And second thing is elements. Elements, so same thing, tag name, so the structure. So the starting tag, which I told you, right? Starting tag and ending tag. So within that, some content you can provide it. So the H, there are some tags we have. So just explore it. What is the H1? What is the P1? So here we have paragraph, header one, nested element, something like. Okay. And coming back to this particular section is very important. It is a HTML attribute. So I told you, right? So by seeing that, okay, as a manual tester, by seeing this web page, okay, here I have to, here I have to write the value. Okay, so type the value. But by exploring or identifying that HTML attribute, so we are give this HTML attribute to our web Playwright automation tool. Okay, then the Playwright tool will understand. Okay, so this particular area by finding the element. Okay, text box. Okay, so then I should write some value. I should type some value. Okay, so what are those? Let's see. HTML attributes. So all HTML can have attributes. It depends upon the developer will be provided. Okay, so based on the development team, they may provide or may not provide, but most of the time, basic locators will be they will assign as per the standard of web design. Okay, so what attributes give some information for us, right? So it is like additional information about the particular tag or element. So which will provide additional information. Okay. So how it will be provided? It will provide as a name equal to values. Okay. So the name equal to values. And where this name equal to value will be there in the starting tag. So in the last section, right? So I told you this one. So again, I'm explaining, re-explaining here. So it is a starting tag and it is an ending tag. Okay, so let me try. It is an ending tag. Okay, so it is a starting tag, and it is an ending tag. Okay, of the HTML. So where that elements attributes are available within the starting tags. So let's see that. Yeah. So there is a one example here. Let's explore it. So this is a tag. A is hyperlink tag. Okay. So link tag. A is a hyperlink tag. This particular thing is starting tag. So earlier, how it is there? It is simply tag name. A. Right. So the developer will provide some kind of information, HREF. Okay. So that attribute. So this has some attribute, HREF and site link. Something like. Okay. So this is the starting tag. Ending tag is like the hi, for example, and slash ending with the a tag. So this part is like we are providing the attribute information within the starting tag, right? Yeah. Let's see in our case, our particular example of login screen, and you have to uh, explain me what are the attributes it has. So let me highlight the areas for our understanding. Okay. So this is the area which I highlighted, and it is highlighted in the console. Okay. So now let's explore it. Okay. This is the input tag. And what are the attributes we have? Class attribute. How I know? Class name and value. Okay. The name and value, class name, and the normal name, and the name of the value, username, placeholder, username, focus. So in advanced HTML, they may not provide a ending tag. Okay. So in advance of HTML5 or HTML6, 7, right now we have I think 8 or 9. So advanced level, so no need to provide that ending tag. So that is the case. It is not there here. Okay, it is optional, but starting tag is must required, and this is a starting tag. So within that we have attributes. We have the attributes. Let me go back to attributes again. Yes, you see, starting tag. Within the starting tag only we will discuss. Right. Okay. So let's refer that one. I have prepared one PPT. You will come to know. Okay. DOM structure. What is the DOM structure? Document Object Model structure for the HTML. So the first one, right? The section division. Okay. So now you will able to understand what in the PPT. What are the PPT, right? So this is a division section. So in the division section, starting tag, and there is an ending tag of division tag, and it has attributes. Okay, so this is one of the attribute class equal to some value, and inside the division, so whenever it is a like the arrow will be like this, right? It is a root node, and it has a child element. So what is a child element? Is a input. Okay, child element is a so input is a one of the input type text box, and also having the attributes. So this is one data hyphen s cy and equal to input email one. There is a full length ID input email one. Okay, and a placeholder email type equal to email. So something like and the class equal to this one. So we have to provide some predefined locators. So that we'll discuss in the next session, I think. So, but you have to explore this kind of thing in the web pages. Okay. So let's see. Okay. Yeah. Let me clear the draw and let me please look into this example. Can anyone explain same thing? Yeah. Same example, right? Yeah. So this is the one. In detail with the diagrammatical. Okay. HTML tag. HTML tag. So how many tags we have? There is a division tag, input tag, and a ending tag. There is a HTML input tag, there is a no ending tag, as I told you, right? And so there are red color lines, right? So are pointing to attribute name, and the blue color below are the values. So if you are not able to recognize this attribute name and value, you will not able to automate your task. Okay, so let me go to next slide. Yeah. So to introduction of some kind of here ID class name. So every automation tool some kind of classified some IDs. Okay, class name. So in the web designer, right? They are providing IDs, and where we saw some example below. Back example is name placeholder. So we will use what I have. Sorry. So what the web developer best practices, they will use class name, ID, and name and placeholders, right? Based on that elements, based on that attributes, like playwrights also, when they develop their own script by using the identify this particular ID. By using this ID, they will identify this particular input where is existing on the web page. That is the logic they have written. Okay, further they created their own methods to identify the locator or to identify the input text by using ID, by using name, okay, by using placeholder. So if you give this placeholder, okay, and if you type that by dot placeholder of email, the playwright will identify within the page, okay, this input text box and it will perform the action. Okay. We'll see the example. Oh, don't worry, but explore these things. Okay, DOM structure, web table. How the web tables will be there. So you know what is a web table? In table format. So the table contains like a number of row table header first thing. Okay, so it is a th table header and table columns. Okay, this is a table column and table row. So this kind of data is presented in our web page based on our requirement. So we have to we validate the entire row, how to handle it. So we need to get the specific the second row, second column value to fetch that and compare to validate in our test case. So how to do that? So those kind of thing you want to explore. So for that we need a background of HTML kind of knowledge. So T body in the sense, okay, table body. T, 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 T table means always table will be there. Okay, T table something. T body, TR table row, T data, table data. Okay, table columns. Okay, so that is what here. Okay, mm, yeah, I think all of them you can refer it from below. Yeah. So this is a summary of this particular DOM. As we know, we learned today HTML tags, HTML attributes, okay, HTML tags, starting tag, ending tag, HTML attributes, value pair, and there are some kind of class IDs, okay, class level attribute, okay, and there will be like a kind of plain text where the plain text will be written, okay, so parent one, child one, siblings, based on the root nodes, right? So that's what. Okay. Hmm. Let's come back to our program. Yes, into this one. Let's create a web automation for login, right? Orange, orange HRM login. Okay, so we are automating this particular screen now. Okay, so within the main method. So what we have to provide here is playwright code. Okay, so what is the playwright code? Playwright equal to small playwright. Okay, and we are creating instance of playwright. Playwright dot create, and we have to open a browser. So browser equal to small browser and playwright taking the reference of playwright dot chromium browser and launch, right. So within the we need to see the execution, right. So what we should do, so launch new browser, okay. So that's what we forget anything. Yeah. Yeah, we need to specify that set head set headless is false. This is what. Then after, so browser page is open. So we need to define the page. The page small page equal to new browser. Okay. So new browser page. So now the page is open. So we page that which page we have to navigate. So we have to load that the site website name. Okay. So till now I think we discussed in the last session. Let me copy this one. Login screen URL. Let's run this one. Yeah. So Chromium browser is opened by using that URL and show that login page. So now we have to automate, right? So what automation to do is, so first identify. Okay, first identify the locators. Okay, identify the locators. Okay, we need to provide the instruction, right? So how do we do? So there is a method called page dot locator. So this locator method is provided by the playwright, and you have to specify the locator. In the locators means like what we discussed in the DOM. Okay, what we have discussed in the DOM, one of the locators we have to provide. Okay, so let me right click and go here. So we have a name is there, right? So yeah, let me, I will take some quickly XPath. So there is a feasibility we can capture locator, right click on the element and copy. There is a XPath, copy XPath. What is XPath? What and all? I will explain the next session. Just I will take this one. Okay. Or we can write the XPath, no problem. Let me write XPath here. Oh, slash input type equal to. Yeah. So this is XPath. Let me copy this one. Yeah. So let's come back to this. Yeah. So it is copied now. Okay. So coming to playwright standpoint. So we are telling that playwright tool within the page. Okay. Till now, instance is created, Chrome browser instance is created, and a new page, new browser page is opened, and we loaded the URL. So a playwright, so playwright tool, please identify the my locator, okay, by using this locator. Okay, so by where the my uh, username text box is there. So first you can identify. So after identifying, you can perform one task, that is a fill, a type. Okay, so let me do that immediately. After finding, you have to type fill. Okay, so here we have earlier, in the earlier version we have a type method. So they deprecated this method. So, so instead of type, they use the fill method. So why I'm getting more suggestion, right? So these suggestions functions are already defined or created by that playwright tool, and so focus, right? So focus on element. So you want to focus on element on the web page, or like filter out something, some kind type of web element actions. All those are derived here. So the fill method, similarly the fill method, what it does is it will fill the data what data you have provided here. So that will be filled in the user text box. Okay. So the playwright page by using the locator, it will identify. So by manual testing, by seeing our eyes, Where is our text box? Okay, this area. Then type something like. So we are providing the information to the Playwright tool. In the backend HTML locator is defined this particular text box and go and find it and fill the admin value. So the value. Okay, let's see this one. So right click and run. Yeah, open the browser and see admin is entered. Okay, admin is entered. And suppose if I gave a wrong information, wrong locator name. Okay, so wrong locator name. So let me I'll give 1, 2, 3, 4 something which is not there in the back because I told you right. So here by inspecting we are able to find the locator name, username. But what I have modified here, I modified it to 1, 2, 3. Okay, so back end when you run this program and it will parse that HTML page, it will not find out. The playwright will not find out this particular text box. Even if it is not find out, locate, so it will not enter the data. So let's see that one. This is a common error where you can see in the automation time. We are expecting something, sometimes the variable name will be changed. That locator's name will be changed sometime. So this is a common message, common error we face while developing our test. You see, so nothing is entered and default time. Okay, default time is waiting time for any web automation tool. Playwright also we have some default time. If it is not able to identify, it will throw the error. What happened? Yes. Yeah. You see the error and how to read the error. I'll explain. So this is our error will start from the exception in thread main and micro dot root. This is a package name. Package com dot microsoft dot playwright. And you see there is a timeout error. So what the error says? So error of the timeout is this one. What is the 30,000 milliseconds? So this is one of the interview question. What is the default time of playwright? 30 30,000 milliseconds. Okay. So it is waited for the locating the element. Okay. Even after it is not able to identify. So here it is telling that waiting for this locator. Username 1, 2, 3, 4, double 5, 6, 7, which is not there, right? So till where it is there, it is just username is there. But here we are explicitly failing. So we have added this locator. So in that HTML, it will check that each and every input and locator, input locator. In the input locator, name is username only. Not found that username 1, 2, 3, 4, double 5, 6, 7. So that is the case. It throw the error. Clear? Yeah. Let's complete this one and changing that to username. So let me find out the next one, like password section, password locator. Right click on the password text box and inspect it, and we can see. But sometimes it is not reload, so just you can reload your page and just inspect it. You will get find out properly. Okay, so this is the one. Just I'm copying that password and placing into our code password. And what is the input? Input is admin 1, 2, 3. Okay, how I know? It is defined here. Okay, Yes. And the next one is, so this is also fill. And let me get the value of locator of login. Inspect the login button. Click on inspect. You can see. So this is the okay. So copy this one. Go to locator. So what is expert? I will explain in next session. Okay, no problem. Yeah. So these two are text boxes, right? So text boxes required a method fill. We have to enter the data, but it is a button. Okay, this action would be different. What action you have to perform? Click, not a fill. So click, we have to click on that. Is the case, right? So now let me run this program. Now let's see. So this time we should yeah we are able to log in successful. I think we have provided a valid credentials. Yeah. So what happened is it entered the username, it entered the password, but it is unable to click on the login button because the locator issue. So what locator you have provided is not a proper one. Let me recheck this one. The same error. So locator is waiting and we got a timeout error. So this locator is not able to identify. Let me inspect it. Uh, you see here also it is not identified. So what is the issue? I give explicitly here. Intentionally I give. You have to identify. What is the issue? So please look here. The issue you will be able to identify. Just I will highlight it. Okay. So here is okay, it is a button. So the developer will give the tag name is button, but I used a input. It is input for text box. So this is input for text box. So tag name. So the wrong one is tag name, but your attribute is correct. So this is the one, right? Type. Your attribute is correct. My tag name is wrong. So let me correct this one. So we should that is the case. So very important while tag names goes, but you now this time it should run successful. Yeah. So it is login successful, right? So we have automated. So so n number of times. Suppose if you run n number of times, the same result will be there. So why we go for automation? Consistency and accuracy and saving our time. To enter these things, it will be manual testing. It will take like at least 3 to 4 minutes or 5 minutes. But automation is within 30 seconds or 40 seconds, or at least within the 1 minute. So that's what we required for automation, right? Yeah. So, so I think we have completed DOM, HTML, login step. So I hope I think we have completed as per that schedule and as well. So there is a one more thing. I will provide a assignment to you.